Jessica, we can, great. Letting. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you again for joining us for another session in our 2021 Virtual Benefits Fair. I am Kimberly Williams. As you know, I'm your Assistant Town Manager, and joining me today is Jessica Rojas, who is our HR Generalist, and rounding out our HR department team is Tracy Lavoie, who is our Payroll and Benefits Specialist. We are so thrilled that you could take time and join us today to learn a little more about our benefit offering through Altus Dental. Today we have Kristen Bourne, who is our expert presenter today. She's going to have a brief presentation and then answer some of your questions. So with that, I will turn the session over to you, Kristen.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I wish we were in person because I think the town of Bridgewater is always my favorite benefit fair to go to. It's always a great one. It's always really busy. And I think we were all hoping we could do it this year, but we'll shoot for next year. So Altus is not new to the town of Bridgewater. Many of you may already be on the plan, but now is the time to make any changes. Or if you're not on the plan, now is the time to join. So I'll just briefly go over the benefits with you and some administrative things, and then I'll open it up to see if anyone has any questions. So open enrollment is being held from today, April 15th through May 14th. The dental rates and benefits are not changing this year, so that's good. If you are already covered on the plan, there's nothing that you have to do. It's just going to renew as is. If there is a change in status, if you're going from a single to family, or you need to add somebody, remove somebody, or you want to join the plan, now's the time to do that. So we've provided some writable enrollment forms that can be completed, and they can be returned to either Kim or Jessica. This is just a little overview of the benefits. I know it's probably kind of small for you to see, but we have PDF copies and printed copies as well. So the town of Bridgewater has a plan with a $1,000 annual maximum. The plan runs from January to December, but if you were one of those people who are joining this July, then you actually have that $1,000 from July 1st to December 31st, and then it's going to renew in January and every January thereafter. So that benefit runs on a calendar year. There's a $50 deductible per individual, up to $150 per family. And the preventive services are covered at 100%. So that's going to be your cleanings, exams, x-rays, fluoride, and sealants. Also covered at 100% are space maintainers and periodontal cleanings. At 80%, the plan covers minor restorative. So that would be fillings, root canals, oral surgery, periodontal surgeries. And then at 50%, major restorative. So crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. A plan enhancement that the town of Bridgewater has is preventive rewards, which I'll talk about on the next slide. But you see here, these are the services that are exempt from the annual maximum with this enhancement. So with preventive rewards, your cleanings, exams, x-rays, and then fluoride and sealants for kids, you go ahead and get those services done. We pay 100%. The money that we pay, where it's typically deducted from that annual maximum that you have, with this enhancement, it's not deducted. So you actually have more money available every year to have other services done. So you could still have the full annual maximum after going for those preventive services. So it's just a nice little enhancement. There's nothing you have to do. You don't have to qualify. It just kind of happens automatically on the back end, just to promote you going for those cleanings and x-rays, and hopefully preventing any more extensive meeting. This is just a copy of the enrollment form here. Like I said, don't have to do anything if you're already on the plan and you want to keep things as is. It's just going to renew automatically. But if you want to make any changes, or if you want to join, please complete an enrollment form and get it back to Kim or to Jessica. We have local customer service. They are actually the only people working in our building right now. So they're a great resource if you have any questions. If you have some questions on the benefits and you want to give somebody a call and talk to them, they're available Monday through Friday. Actually 8 to 5, that's a typo on there. They're no longer open till 7, but 5 o'clock. They're also available online via email, customerservice@altusdental.com. Like I said, they can help you with any benefit-related questions, claim questions, any of that. So feel free to give them a call if you have any of those questions. That's really it for the dental. So thank you for giving Altus an opportunity to continue to be your dental insurance provider. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kristen. Are there any questions? If you have them, please do either unmute yourself or put your question in the chat. So while I'm looking for that, I will ask the question, Kristen. So where, if I enroll, where will I get my ID card?
So if you are new to the plan and you're enrolling for July 1st, we automatically send out 2 ID cards to everybody who's enrolling, even if it's an individual plan. So the ID cards are always issued in the employee's name. So if you have a family plan, just know that you're all going to share the same ID number and the card's only going to come in your name. Don't look for a card with your daughter or your son's name on it. I know the medical carriers sometimes do that, but the dental card just comes in the employee's name. You get 2. If you need more, customer service can help you with that, or you can actually order one if you're registered with the website.
Great. And if I'm already enrolled and I don't have it, where can I obtain my ID?
So same thing. You can, if you're already enrolled and you need some extra cards, you can call customer service to have some extras sent over to you, or you can go onto our website, altusdental.com. If you're registered with the site, you can log in there and request some new cards. And I think they always send 2. I know with the new enrollees they do, but I believe even if you're already a member and you requested cards, they'll still send out a pack of 2.
Great. I think there's a question in the chat from Steve Sobel. Are there any secondary insurances you're aware of? I believe he says he will max out today and still needs additional work. So through the town, we don't offer a secondary insurance, Steve. And I'm not sure if you can buy something.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I'm gonna max out today on a routing and scaling, and $1,000 is basically over with in one swoop, and I still need about $4,000 worth of root canals and crowns done.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering if there's out of pocket is looking like my only option at this point.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the maximum is $1,000 per calendar year. I mean, the good thing is, like I said, with preventive rewards, those preventive services aren't being deducted. So, if you're going for root planing and scaling and crowns or root canals, those services do add up quickly. And, you might max out and have to pay out of pocket, but it is just the $1,000 maximum plan that's available.
There was another question, Christian, in the chat. The weekly deductible cost per individual plan and for a family plan.
Eric, are they asking for the premium maybe?
Yeah, Eric, do you want to unmute?
Yes.
Just for clarification. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just looking for the cost of the individual weekly deductible and a family plan. I'm looking for both options.
Okay.
For myself.
I
think it was on an earlier slide. Yeah.
Yep, right here. So the individual, so the monthly and the 4 pay periods per month is on here. So the weekly would be $12.99 for individual, $33.28 per family.
Okay.
Does that answer your
There we go.
question?
See it. Yep, the bottom.
I know it's tiny, and then I can give you the monthly rate is the monthly for an individual is $51.96, and for a family it's $133.13.
Okay. Right, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any additional questions in the chat? I will say, can I just ask one more question, Kristen? Does this
Sure.
plan work out of state, if we're out of state?
Yes, it does. So we partner, so let me just go back. So Altus is local to Massachusetts. We organically grew and own the network in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. Outside of those 3 states, we partner with a company called Connection Dental. So that's just something that happens on the back end, but it basically gives you or any of our members access to dentists nationally. So if you were to go to our website and click find a dentist and you're living in Florida, and you put in your zip code, it's going to bring up a list of dentists who participate, but they're actually participating with Connection Dental. You'll notice that the ID card actually has a little Connection Dental logo on it. So that just, like I said, gives members access outside of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire.
Great. So are there any other questions that we have for Kristen? Gonna double check the chat. So I don't see any additional questions. Is there anything else that you'd like to leave us with today, Kristen?
The one thing that I will say that I just thought of for the gentleman that said that he might be maxing out. So we have a sister company. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but it's called Choosy, spelled CHEWSI. And I'm just mentioning that because it's not an insurance plan, but you can use it in addition to your insurance coverage. It's an app, but it allows you to get dental services at a discount. So I don't know if your dentist is in the Choosy network, but the way that it works is that you'd have to use a Choosy dentist and you would get services available at a discount. So it's good if you have no insurance. Having insurance is going to be the way to go. You're going to save the most money that way, but there's no fee to join Choosy. It's basically you go on the app, you put in your zip code, I believe it gives you the dentist in the area, and you can actually put in the services to see what they would cost you. So that just may be helpful to you or to anyone who may be maxing out this early in the year, knowing that you have some more expensive work coming up, just to save you some money.
Excellent. Thank you for that. I did put that link to that website in the chat.
Oh, great.
Excellent. Before I close, I'll just take one more look if there's any questions. If not, I'd like to thank you again, Kristen, for joining us today. We really appreciate
Thank you for doing this.
And for everyone else, we want to remind you, I put in the chat that today begins our open enrollment. And open enrollment runs through Friday, May 14th. This is the only time that you can make changes to your benefits without a qualifying event. So we want you to keep that in mind. Any questions or concerns that you may have, please feel free to reach out to us at hr@bridgewaterma.org. Again, I thank you all for joining us today to hear the valuable information that Kristen has brought to us. And I thank you all for joining us and being with us. We have many more sessions to go today, so I encourage you to continue to stay with us and join us for those sessions that you have interest in. And with that, I thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.